Hello everybody, welcome back to Crafters TV. Indeed, if you're joining us for the first time today, hello, welcome to Tuesday. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us for what is going to be an incredible launch day show. One of the hottest launches of the year so far that you guys have been clamouring for. You've been jumping over each other to get your hands on this brand new amazing collection, which we will get right into in just a few moments time. I must just cover off lots of other things which are happening currently. Our spring sale is live on the website. Official line is up to 70%, but you know as well as me, if you've been shopping it like loads of you did yesterday, up to 80% off selected lines. Also on the web, you'll find deals as part of National Craft Month. That continues for another 10 days. And today is Totally Tiffany's birthday, woohoo! Which means you benefit. We know how much you love the Totally Tiffany products. So if you shop the web today before midnight, you will find 20% off all Totally Tiffany goodies. So do make sure you have a look. Lots to shop for on the web. But
she's just called Tiffany, Ben.
Ah?
I think her name's just Tiffany. It's not totally Tiffany. Her name's just Tiffany.
Is it?
Like, so it's Tiffany's birthday.
Oh.
Not totally Tiffany's birthday.
No, but
I think it's actually her birthday.
Oh, her actual birthday?
Oh, I don't know. Is it Tiffany's birthday or is it the company's birthday?
I thought it was Totally Tiffany's birthday. That's why.
Oh, I thought it was Tiffany's birthday. Oh, please, you said something. I was about to text her and wish her a happy birthday.
Oh, maybe I've got
that could have been awkward.
Maybe I've got the wrong end of the stick. But I did actually think her full name was Totally Tiffany Spalding. I think that is on her passport, isn't it?
Hey, all we need to know, guys, is we get 20% of everything in the Totally Tiffany range. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. Whatever's going on, it's 20% off today up until the end of the day, until midnight. But that's not even the main story today, because the main story is this magical, beautiful, brand new launch, Once Upon a Time. If you love your fairy tales, if you love all things princes and princesses, if you love, taking that trip into the fantastical lands and the stories that we've all loved, those fairy tales from years gone by, you're going to absolutely love this beautiful collection. Safe to say, from the comments that I've seen so far, we have people saying that it's your favourite collection of the year. You guys are loving the paper pads. You're loving all of the extra goodies that you're going to be getting with this as well. And I'm going to hand over to Sara to talk us through this, because quite simply, Sara, one of the most beautiful Sara signature collections I think we've ever launched.
Did you hear that, guys? He actually said, I'm handing over to Sara. I'm just going to warn you, Ben, you're probably not going to get a word in edgeways. I have been buzzing about this show. I wasn't really supposed to be telling everybody about it yesterday, but I was. Literally hundreds and hundreds of you have pre-ordered. And if I just show you a few of the cards, you'll kind of understand why. So we are huge Disney fans in our house, right? I mean, you know, I was just on the Disney cruise a few weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
And I love the whole storytelling. Even though I've got little boys and they're not really into the fairy tale castle and the princesses. And
I
watch
really.
Beauty and the Beast on... Simon went out to the pub with his mates on Saturday night. I stayed in and watched Beauty and the Beast, the musical sing-along version.
Oh, nice.
And did some Lego. I mean, that is literally a perfect Saturday night for me. And so what I've tried to do is capture all of those innocent, magical, wonderful childhood memories in these. So, like you've got the fairy tale castle, right?
Amazing.
There it is. You've got that gorgeous fairy tale castle. Like you've got the princesses, and it's the princess that you could make into any one of your favourite princesses, whichever one is your favourite, you could be that. It's things like that beautiful, the big cake, the fairy tale with the trees, the snippability on this is brilliant, guys, because you could just keep the tree bit if you wanted. We've literally got something. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
We've got something for everyone. There's little Tinkerbell at the top, and then there's the gorgeous, but we can't say it's Tinkerbell, it's a fairy with a little one.
It's a fairy that looks like
whatever
Tinkerbell.
you want it to be, but look at all this. Now, here's the thing, Ben. I'm not going to lie. I got carried away with this one, but not just with the design. I've tried to keep the stamps, the die cuts and everything like that, not to a minimum, but to a manageable collection size. Where I've totally gone over the top is all of the extras.
Yeah.
So for the first time ever, you know our shimmering pads that we do? Love the shimmering pads, but I wanted a colour palette doing just for this collection. So Leanne said for the price I want, I could have 1.5. So I said, well, what if we split them down to mini ones?
Nice one.
So we've got the little shimmer ink pads in a collection of minis for you to work with, right? So I've got a collection of 4 of the mini shimmering pads. I have wanted to have these little, like, fairy dust swirls.
It's like the magic spell, isn't it?
Forever, right? So we've done you a pack of the fairy dust swirls in there. Now, I only use tiny little bits on my card. I'll show you all of that over the course of it. I've actually got some fairy dust. We've got, now this is your real full-on chunky glitter, iridescent, merged with the ultra-fine glitter, all mushed into one.
Yeah.
Just you wait and see. I've used it on nearly every project in
Yes.
completely different ways. I can't wait to show you. And speaking of projects, just going to manage expectations now. I'm after a star on that board.
I knew it.
I am after a star on that board. This is, I didn't like when you said one of the biggest launches of the year, Ben. This is like the biggest launch of this year so far. I am going some. I've got really advanced. Do you want to see what we're making in the show? I'm just going to go for it, right?
So I was going for a genuine star today.
Yes, but I know I can't win the star today, but I have to impress you so much that
we'll
on
remember
Sunday
it.
you've remembered how awesome my make was, right? So I'm going to start with some basics, and I'm just going to show you the different components and how I'd plan to use them. We're going to look at the most beautiful paper pad you have ever set your eyes on in the world ever, right? Then I thought we could build up and try a gift bag. So I thought what we'd do is I'd teach you how to make a gift bag. But it's not just any gift bag because you've got those beautiful papers on, and those papers gorgeous. And then I'm going to show you some fabulous layering techniques with that glitter, and we're going to be doing some painting, actual painting with the shimmering pads.
Nice.
I don't think the camera's doing these justice, guys. It is a shimmer on there, right? Then what I also want to do is this is when we're getting quite fancy, right?
Ooh, wow.
I want to show you how you could do a gift box inside of a card. Right?
Oh, hello.
So this is actually a full-on gift box that you can put your little tickets in, you can put gifts in, you could tissue wrap something, put it in there, and you've got this wonderful book that wraps around it. I will be showing you how to make that later in the show. If we get time as well, I'm now having to manage expectations because I know there's a little bit too much I want to do. If we get time, I wanted to do this, but then actually since I've done it, I've had this idea of how we can put the glitter inside the fountain.
Yeah.
So I've got this extra idea that I want to try out, and we'll do that on the show.
Okay.
And then actually I love this diorama card.
Wow.
So I thought, and all of these ideas, by the way, guys, I just pinched from our design team's cards. All of them. Literally, I looked at the design team's cards 3 weeks ago and then planned out my show from there. Diorama card with this in the middle. So I've got loads of ideas, lots of things I want to show you. There's no way I can fit everything in, but I'm absolutely going some. This, I have not felt this excited about a range because there's so much to go at. You're going to fall in love with it.
Absolutely you are, and we'll get Sara to show you the full range in just a second. I do just want to say a few hellos. Also, too, just to chat about our wheel deal today, and to let you know that 40% of the showstopper has already disappeared. We had a mega busy wake-up call this morning, and it is continuing to fly out of the door. Carol Dees is saying, how exciting is this new launch? I have some nieces who are going to absolutely love this. Vanessa Fuentes joins us. Lynn's in, says, I really want the fairy godmother. Anne says, hi, Sara and Ben, and all your great team from North Norfolk. Kendall's already bought the collection. Elizabeth ordered this yesterday, says, I can't wait to get my hands on this. And Carol D says, I think this is going to be good. Mixing Swan Lake with this collection as well.
Yes, get them feathers in there, get them swans in there, it'll look fabulous. Right, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to walk you through everything. Nicola, is there any chance we can put the details of just the paper pad on the bottom of the screen, right? I'm going to show you the paper pad first. The showstopper is where it's at. However, I will walk you through everything, right? So the paper pad, and I'm just showing you now because you know what happens with these paper pads. Now, I'm just going to tell you, we know this paper pad's awesome. We know that, right? We've ordered 50% more than what we thought was enough for the launch, right? So, and that's just for you, Christine. I'm joking, right? But we know, we assessed this paper pad about 6 months ago when the first design samples came through, and we're like, oh my life, it's even more awesome than we thought. Look at the B tracks as well as the A tracks. So what we've done is we've actually planned for it, so we shouldn't have an issue with quantities of paper pads. Those of you, oh, look at the rows. Those of you that are ordering several of these paper pads, we should have accommodated for that. that. We should have plenty. It's not a problem, okay? But I will leave the 12 by 12 on the bottom of the screen. We sold, I kid you not, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the paper pads just yesterday before we'd shown you it properly, right? Now, we've done things a little bit differently this time, okay? So what we've called usually the mega bundle's everything, right? What we've called the mega bundle, and we probably shouldn't have confused you and put the name mega in, and it's not, it's just the bundle, right? It's like your starter kit bundle. So I'll pop the details on the screen now of just your starter kit bundle. And actually, can we pop the showstopper on the bottom now?
Good
because
idea.
I think this is... So let me show you. So what I'm showing you now is in what says the mega bundle, but it's like your starter kit. So it's everything except the consumables, which is why we've done these separately so that you can multiple order on these. I will show you what I mean in just a second, okay? So everything in the collection. You've got that gorgeous prince and princess dancing, gorgeous silhouette die. Then you've got the princess silhouette, which I'm just going to tell you now, I've never seen anything with the skeleton dress like this. Wait till you see us using this. You've got the little carriage, of course we have.
Yeah.
We all need the pumpkin that turns into a carriage. We all know the story, right? You've got the gorgeous You Are Magical, which is just a wonderful die, it's these nice hand-drawn ones, and we've gone for magical and also Once Upon a Time, right? Now, I've done this little set of 4 of the flowers so that you can create your own flowers either in foam or in paper or in cardstock, right? We'll touch on them over the show. Your Tinkerbell stamp, which is called Make-A-Wish. Basically, you get the Tinkerbell, I shouldn't call it Tinkerbell, but you know what I mean, the die of the little fairy, and then all the fairy dust stamps to go with it. I personally love this one here. You'll see me using that a lot coming out of our wand. It's fabulous, right? Now, the fabulous fountain is to die for. I mean, that is just, wait till you see what I've got planned with that in the show. It's just gorgeous. You've got the archway. It's called the Elegant Archway. It's going to be used, loads of the cards, you'll see that on. Now, you all need the different sentiment stamps. So these sentiments match the sentiments that you've got in the font type, which is in here, right? So can you see, create your own fairy tale. When you believe in magic, you will find it. Happily ever after, may all your dreams come true. Then we've got one stamp and die set. So that is your castle. And then also your princess running away. Now, yes, she's got an extra little shoe if you want to do that specific one, but she could be any princess running from any castle at any point you want. Here's the Beauty and the Beast one. There is the rose. We all know it. It's so iconic. I've got Nicholas singing in my ear already.
George was singing it earlier.
Also just as iconic is this one here, which is the one I'm going to be doing a little bit of painting with. Now, you get all of this, plus you get the 6x6 version of the paper pad. So let me just show you it. By the way, we also sold hundreds and hundreds of extra 6x6. I think people are liking the format of the 6x6 even more so this time, Ben. Because, like, for example, that's a brilliant backing on a card.
Absolutely.
So on the 12x12, that's double size, but on the 6x6, that's exactly the right size for the front of one of your cards. There's the same designs that you've got in the dies carried all the way through the paper pads here. So you get the 6x6 version of the paper pad included. And then in this one, you also get those 4 ink pads, right? So if I show you them, it come in a little pack. It's hard to see because they've got the stickers on the front. So what we've done is we've just put them on here so that you can see they're shiny.
Beautiful.
So they're all brand new colours. So you've got in here Princess Sparkle, you've got Fairy Wings, Enchanted Forest and Magic Potion, right? So that is everything if you go for the mega bundle. £98, $125, right?
Yes.
Don't do it.
No, don't do that.
Don't do it, right? Because you all also want the paper pad, the 12x12 pad, right? Now, if you want the 12x12 pad, we've got the 12x12 pad with the cardstock pad. So I'll pop this little small bundle up on the screen now, right? Trust me, the colour combination in here is exactly the right tone to go with this. So if you're going to buy an extra, right, why not save an extra £5? It should be $29.99, it's only 25 quid. Should be $39.99, only 35 quid. So you get a 10% saving, but you're basically saving an extra £5 when you multi-buy the two together, right? That is your second paper pad collection. So just the 12x12 and also then the cardstock pad. Then your embellishment collection, let me get you that up. This sparkle is unlike any other. So we've talked about chunky glitter before, right? But it's very, very special chunky glitter, which is the chunky glitter with the big iridescent sparkle pieces, right? I'm not going to tilt it because it'll all fall out, but let me just show you this, right? This is that chunky glitter, right? And you think, oh, I want the other 4 colours. I want this colour and all these colours. Those colours are the ink pads with the colour on top.
Yep.
So we've designed it such that the iridescent sparkle will take the colour of whatever's underneath. So you don't need 4 pots of glitter, you only need 1 because you've got the ink pads, right? So in the embellishment collection, you are getting the big pot of iridescent glitter, but it never hurts to have a few. You're getting the set of organza ribbons, and the organza ribbons are the exact same colours to match them with all the fairy tale pieces. And then you also get all that sparkles, right? Now, when you see them put out, there are 5 sparkles. Sorry, I got a little bit skew-whiffy when I was sticking this one on the board, right? But you've got 5 sparkles. You've got a mix of the silver, the gold, and then also the lovely mother of pearl finish on there, right? All I would say is, of course, you need multiples of these.
Yeah, you do.
Of course, you need multiples of the ribbon.
Yeah.
And of course, you're going to need multiples of this. So that Once Upon a Time Sparkle Embellishment Collection, if you're a platinum member, guys, it's only £12 or $16. You could get yourself a showstopper and you could get one of those. Because the showstopper, which I haven't explained, is everything. The showstopper is what we would normally term the mega bundle. The showstopper is absolutely everything. What most people were going for when we saw the sales come through this morning is a showstopper plus an extra embellishment collection plus an extra paper pad. If you only want one of everything, guys, the showstopper sorts you out no end. If you do want to get extras of the papers, some people have gone for a few, 2 or 3 extras of the paper pads. You are welcome to get whatever you want. What I will say is, I always say the only time you're guaranteed to get everything in the collection is the day we launch it.
Yep.
We have already sold out of what, well, that's not technically true. We have taken off the website one of the items because one of the items was going to sell the whole bundle out and we can't afford to have that happen. So what we've done is we've had to stop it, which is limited now how many showstoppers we could do. Because now we can only sell, because now we've stopped it on that item. Once all those items have gone, that's the end of that one. And what we'll have to do is create a backup bundle that's not everything. So if you want absolutely everything, the only time I can guarantee you absolutely everything is right now if you are watching live while we're doing this showstopper.
Yeah, and don't forget as well with the showstopper, the small matter of 250 bonus points. I don't know if I've missed the train on this one, but I can't ever think of any other time that I've uttered that phrase, 250 bonus points. And we were saying earlier on as well, if you are fairly new to us and you're thinking about making your first purchase today, if you join up Club Inspire, completely free to do. Not only will you get this price on the screen, you'll get 250 points to get you started, plus your 250 bonus points on top of that, plus, let's say you're shopping in the UK, the 110 points that you're getting here. So you're already silver, pretty much on the way to gold within Club Inspire. So there are so many reasons to shop today, and every time I look down, I see more people saying, I've bought this collection, I've just jumped in and got the collection, I'm getting more of those paper pads as well. How can you turn down that embellishment collection too, to go alongside your showstopper with those amazing all that sparkle swirls? Never seen anything quite like those previously. They are amazing. Joanne Oliventia says, hi all, I bought mine yesterday amongst other goodies. And Candy says, I just love this launch. I've ordered the showstopper really early this morning. I just couldn't wait. I've also ordered 2 more of the big paper pad, and I think I'll order extra of the small mini small pad for the mini albums as well. Gemma saying, I actually have the Beauty and the Beast die set from Disney and it will go amazing with this set. Oh, and a few princesses too. Even more excited to receive this. We are over 40% of the stock gone. Don't forget as well, if you weren't here, you will not know about this, but this morning we span that wheel once again, the Wheel of Deals, and not only are you going to get all the amazing goodies within this collection today, but as we go back to see what happened earlier on this morning, you're going to get something else added into your cart. Here's what happened when I span the wheel. All right, so we're going to spin the wheel. You know how this works. I'll give it a spin. Wherever it lands, well, that's what's going to happen for the rest of the day. Are you guys all ready for this? I am ready. So come on, everybody. Here we go. It is time to spin the wheel. Whoop, 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 whoop. Free gift, free gift. Can you let them know, please? It's a free gift today. Well, obviously, free gift. The guys in the gallery, it's Jamie and George. The George, they're going, free gift, free gift. We are obviously going to have to sort out that free gift. So just give us a little bit of time to work out what that is going to be. But with each and every order, you are going to receive a free gift today, which is hugely exciting. There you go. We spin that wheel each and every morning on Wake Up Call. So it's a free gift with every purchase today over 10, which of course automatically qualifies you with that showstopper. A few more quick comments and then we'll get into this because I know Sara is so desperate to get going with the demos. Christina says, Sara and Ben, I had to order everything and I ordered everything yesterday and it arrived an hour ago.
No way.
That's Christina Shanahan. Can't wait to see the demo Sara has in store for me to try. Big fan. Thank you for everything. And Clarice says, hi all. I put a smaller bundle together so I can afford extra paper pads. With 4 grand orders, it will get used. Let's get going then. Live and interactive. Any questions, any comments, any particular of the demos that Sara's got lined up that you want to see before any others, do let us know. You know, because this is your show after all. This is your show. Right, Sara, where are you going to get started as far as the demos are concerned? Because I think you've got 5 to get through.
Yes, but I'm going to start with a nice simple one.
Okay.
But if you listen, I'm going to go through a recap for those of you who weren't here at the top of the show, okay? So I'm going to start with a nice simple, how do we make a card which looks incredible but was really simple and easy to do,
yes.
Right? Then based on what I'm seeing in the comments, I'm going to go for that and I'm going to teach you how to make a gift bag.
That.
So we're going to make the gift bag from scratch from 2 sheets of A4 cardstock. Then we're going to do a little bit of painting with those fantastic inks, okay? Then I think I'm just going to go for it, Ben, and I'm going to show you all how to do that gorgeous box inside the card. Is it the one everyone's talking about? Okay, we'll do that one third then. Okay. And then also I'm going to show you how you do all of this embellishing on the front. It's bordering on mixed media, if you ask me, guys, right? Then if we get time, then I'm going to go into the extra one where I'm going to show you, I wanted to build the sparkle up inside of there as well. And then if I'm really got time, which I'm probably not going to have, I'm going to teach you how to do a diorama card with that in the fountain in the middle of the diorama card. Yeah. I've got loads I want to do, and also I've got extra ideas of what I'm going to do with them. So I'm just going to have to kind of make a start and then get going, right? So with this one here, what I wanted to do was start some work and I wanted to cut her because she's beautiful, right? So let me just put her up there. Here's the die. And actually, let's just go for it. Let's get some scissors out. And I'm going to trim her. Loads of these dies are just small, Ben. Yeah. So they'll all fit through your Gemini Mini.
Oh, perfect.
This is the beauty. We can literally go Speedy Gonzales cutting through the Mini, right? Yeah. So if I go through there, now let me just show you. Oh, my cup of tea's going all over here as well. Don't make a bit of a mess, right? So there she is. Let me just lift her out of there. Oh, I'm loving it. Now, George, getting nice and close because I'm going to teach everybody something here, right? George. So what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of this tape, but I'm going to cover over her hands because I want to colour her hands in later, right? Okay. So I'm going to cover over. Oh, look, I can cut them really small. So I can cover over her hand, but look, I've taken most of the tackiness off it, right? Yeah. So I'm going to cover over her hand there like that. And then I'm going to cover over this hand. Was that the other little bit I had? Oh, no, it's on here. Cover over this hand just here like this, right? And then I want to cover over her face and body just along there. Let's cut that into a little bit of a U shape. And then you're wondering what I'm doing here, aren't you?
I'm slightly wondering, but I have faith.
I'm going to cover over her neck there, right? Yeah. So I'm holding her down like that because I want to colour a dress, and I want to colour a dress with my lovely ink pads. Right. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and put some of that lovely pink there, and I'm going to start with the pink, and we're going to blend from the pink into the purple. I see. So that I get different shades coming through the dress.
That's a quick way to colour it, isn't it?
Isn't it just, right? And then, because I'm always nice and focused and organised, right, I'm going to lift her back off, clean this off here, right? And then when I lift these off, you see, we're not going to have, the shimmer on that. I hope you're getting that on that camera, guys.
Just did when you tilted it.
I really hope the lighting in the studio is, yes it is.
Look
it's doing
at
us proud. That is, in fact, hang on. I want you to have a look to the close-up camera. I'm going to wiggle it.
Just a little bit.
Oh, my actual word. Yes. How phenomenal. With the two-tone and the shimmer, and the dress looks amazing. Right, so that's going to go down there. And then look what I can do, Ben. I've got my flesh tones. So I'm just going to colour her. Let's do her face like this, right? So we can just now colour her flesh, because I've covered that over. Yeah, right?
Top tip there.
And it is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
And then I might want to go a little bit darker around the underneath of her hairline and a little bit at the top here. So build that up and then go back to the lighter one and blend all of that in, right? And then what colour hair should she have? Should we give her some, well, what pens have I got? Let's have a look. I think she can have a bit of golden yellow hair. Yep. So there you go. She can be Cinderella.
Oh, yes.
Cinderella's got nice golden hair,
She
hasn't
has,
she?
I think.
And then look, I'm going to follow the lines of the bun here. Just taking all that through. So even though this isn't, I'm just doing this onto regular cardstock, I haven't done this onto like an alcohol blendable cardstock or whatever, I've still got that lovely finish, still got that lovely blend, right? Now, she's looking fabulous, but then if you want to make her even better, all right, I'm going to pop her onto a little bit of the cardstock here. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go... I think what I might do is I might put some sparkle under there as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah, why not?
yes, right. So, if you want to add a little bit of sparkle onto there, all you're going to do is use some of your glue pens, right? So I'm just put my glue pen all over the back there. And then, I mean, these were on our show yesterday, weren't they, Ben?
We've got them on this show as well, actually.
Oh,
The glue
hey,
pens.
let's have a little look.
We've almost planned it. I think they're on the same deal as well.
Excellent. I would hope so, because that would just be good planning on our part, wasn't it?
It would be good planning on our part, wouldn't it?
So, let's have a little look. If I pop that on there, I'm going to be using this glitter all the way through, guys, right? So if I take that off, oh my life, how good does that look?
That's amazing,
How
Sara.
good does that look? Now, I will tidy it up in just a second, because I can do all of that sort of stuff when you get talking and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to get her ready to stick on. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to use my tacky glue. I wondered if I had the... because I wanted to stick really well to there.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to put my tacky glue, because it'll dry clear. Are you actually coming out, tacky glue?
You need one of those little fine tip glue applicators.
I do, don't I? I don't know if this is... Just talk amongst yourselves, guys. Nothing to see. There it is. There it is. Right. So I'm just going to pop that down there. Right, Ben. I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't keep talking.
Well, I can keep talking because Louise Ditch says, I absolutely love this collection. Bought it yesterday. Eleanor says, I've got to get this collection. Get it now. We are well over 40% of the stock gone of the showstopper. More of the smaller bundles are going as well. Lots of people buying extra paper pads, buying extra of the shimmer sets. If you need the glue pens as well, there you go, bottom of the screen. And Kate McQueen says, so obviously I have the breaking strain of a Kit Kat. I've caved. I blame Ben and Rachel for it. You always blame me, Kat, I've noticed that. 21 days without spending a penny, and I've just blown the annual budget for craft supplies. Annual budget?
Yeah, but I mean, how good is this collection? It was worth it, wasn't it?
Of course it was.
Right.
Oh my god! And look, when you're seeing demos like this, this is going to look incredible.
Right. So, I'm trying really hard because obviously we're going to have to leave this to dry, and I've got the patience of a non-saint. Right, so I'm going to hold that down there. Right, what I think I'll do is I'm going to leave that to dry while we move on to the next bit of the card.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll just pop that underneath my little 6x6 paper pad, move it over to there, and that can dry nice and flat. Right, talking about the 6x6 paper pad, guys. Now, I've already prepped this little bit, right? Watch what I've done. I have, I'll just clean all you up so I'm being nice and sorted, right? So, I actually already did my matting and layering on the front. Okay. And then die cut through the mat and layer and this piece. So I've gone, this is why you need the 6x6 pad. Yeah. Get them the 6x6 pad up, Nicola. You need a 6x6 pad. Bear in mind, you get one 6x6 pad in your bundle, right? If you want an extra 6x6 pad, or two, or three of them, that wouldn't go amiss, because there are only 36 sheets in the collection, and these papers, even if you're not doing once upon a time stuff, the papers are just absolutely, I mean, they're to die. Look at them gorgeous swans.
Yeah, only $5.99 as well.
It's what, sorry?
$5.99 individually. Yeah. So get one in. They're not included in the cardstock bundle. You get the 12x12 and your linen cardstock. So yeah, absolutely add those in as individuals.
It is in your showstopper, so you do get one.
Yes.
It's not like we're sending you away. Your showstopper, guys, if you go for the showstopper, has absolutely everything. Yep. Can I just say, those of you who couldn't wait and ordered yesterday, and just obviously didn't get the showstopper, you just got the mega bundle, you don't have in there the 12x12 or the embellishment pieces. No. Right? They're only in that showstopper. I think it probably wasn't the best idea to call it a mega bundle, was it not? Right, all things considered.
It wasn't my idea.
Right.
The wheel was my idea, though, everybody. You're welcome.
Oh, yes. Now look at this, I'm going right round the edge here with that glue pen. This is where these glue pens, guys, really come into their own. Because look, I can be really specific with the application of glue here. And then I can I've used just a set of nesting dies, Ben, so that I've got the exact slightly larger nesting die now, can just give me that lovely finish around that frame. Oh, she says. But you do bear in mind the glue's not as strong as like if you used our tape pen or something like that, because it needs that little bit of time to dry. So that's going to give that a bit of time to dry. Going to clear that up there. Now that just draws the eye in beautifully, right? Now what I've done is I've just used that Once Upon a Time die and die cut it into a little bit of white cardstock, so that we can add on the bottom Once Upon a Time. And I just think that looks spectacular, really does. Let's take the excess off that. So you've got the Once Upon a Time. I've got on here, now I've tied a little ribbon, can you see? So that little ribbon there is going to be coming from my, that's coming from the extra accessory pack. So do you remember what I said, Ben, you might want extras of the accessory pack?
The embellishment pack,
Yes, the embellishment pack. So if you want extra ribbon, you get the sparkles, you get the embellishment. Oh, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some embellishments on, right? Shall I just show you how we're going to do it, right?
Yes.
So if I take these embellishments out of the pack, right? And I say, okay, I want to just bring a few of these in coming down,
Did you say this was your idea? Because I've never seen anything quite like these before.
No, I've seen them. I've seen other companies do them. But none of the factories that we work with have ever been able to do them. So I sent Leanne out to find some new factories who could do them with us. And she's risen to the challenge.
She has risen.
Right, so let's have a little look. If we say, let's get the little snips out, Ben. This is how you're going to use it, guys, just little bits of them. So if we say, right, we want that little one coming down from there, you just snip it to how long you want it, lift that off there, and then we're going to go, don't let it stick on itself. You will not be under pressure doing this for the camera, guys, right?
So desperate to get a star, you see, that's what it is. So desperate.
This is just my first card, I've got so many to go.
I know, you want to get in 5, don't you?
So this comes down, down round the swirl, looking gorgeous, bring it in. There's my first swirl on. And then, let's go, should we have a little silver one coming down here?
Yes.
So again, you just come in, snip it into there. Be a little bit more careful, Sarah. Just going to come down from there, and we're going to wrap it under here. This is the beauty of it, you see.
That sort of explosion in the middle is almost like a snowflake as well.
It's nice, isn't it? It just gives you a little... But if you were having to pop all them gems on individually, that would take ages, right? Then what I've done is I've got a couple of the little flowers. You know I said we had the flower die set?
Oh, yes.
So I've just got a couple of little flowers, which I'm just going to do. Now, I've done these flowers already because what I've done is I've also let a little bit of the the glitter dry on the inside. So I've got a little flurry of flowers going down the edge there.
Perfect.
Right, and then she might be a little bit more dry now. Yes, she is. Right, and I'm just going to snip around her to make a skirt look good. Yeah, there we go.
I didn't quite understand when I first saw that die how that was going to work, but then when Craig demoed it this morning, like the light bulb went off, and now you've shown it again. It opens up so many possibilities, doesn't it? The fact that you've left her skirt like that you can do so much as the background for it. And using that glitter is amazing. I
just think the glitter just gives it that next level appearance.
Yeah, it does.
That is, look at her there.
I mean, that is...
hello, are we just super impressed? So she's already glittery because she's got the shimmerness going on her dress.
Yeah.
She's got the two-tone sparkle, and then she's got the undergarment with the super sparkles on. I mean, she is just next level. And can you see, when I said I was going to get a little bit carried away this short, Ben, it's because you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. So the card I'd prepped, or the card that was prepped, I hadn't planned to add all that sparkle onto a skirt. I'm just like, I could do that extra. I could add the gems on the corner as extras. Or you will be able to keep adding and adding and adding because you've got those ink pads, because you've got that sparkle, because you've got the gems and the embellishments. We've got things in this kit we've never ever had before, and it just opens up the possibilities because of all the themes to do it with. Once Upon a Time was the one to do it with.
My goodness me, this is so super busy right now. Demo one of potentially 4, possibly 5, maybe 3. We'll go as fast as we can, but you get, this is what happens, you see, when Sarah really wants the star.
I'm very pleased with my cards. I bring them over and I have been like, stroke them over here.
Yeah, so it's
just make sure, George, you're getting a good, when you're on the close-up there, we're getting all that sparkle in. Yes, I just want everyone to appreciate and marvel at the two-tone effect in her dress and the sparkle underneath. Hello. Yes,
Hello.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. I better go get ready for the next one, hadn't I? Crafting up a storm today, Ben.
You are crafting up a storm. I was going to show you some more cards, actually, but you know what? Just feast your eyes on this amazing creation that Sara has popped together here. But this is the point. I'll just show you a few more. I know we're going to take a quick break in a second because I'm eager for you guys to check out your baskets because we are now at half the stock of the showstopper gone. We are so busy. But look at this again, so beautifully done, just matted and layered with the papers that you've got, added in that beautiful fairy dye. Again, using the colours of those shimmer ink pads, using that beautiful die cut of the fountain, one of my favourite dies of the year so far. I just think it's incredible. Diorama cards as well. This whole collection just screams for those kind of cards. Once again, your mats and layers with the papers, using the flowers that Sara was just showing you there. You've got the dancing couple, the prince and princess, and again, that beautiful fountain as the focal point of that particular card. And again, don't forget, not just for cards, but for home decor projects, gift bags as well. My goodness me, if you've got a little one who absolutely loves fairy tales, loves the princesses and princes, how great to use these to decorate, because you can pick up those bags inexpensively, make your own bags for goodness sake.
Ben, I'm showing you how to make them a little bit later. You're not buying the bags, I'm going to make them for you.
Don't buy the bags. As I said, you can make these as well. But this is the point, you can decorate them up for your parties too. Just an incredible collection. Now, we are going to take a break. Half the stock of the showstopper has gone. You need to be checking this out. It's got everything in it that we've already gone over, plus the 250 bonus points on top of that too. Just as a by the by, the majority of people as well are jumping in, getting that extra paper pad set where you get the 12 by 12 and the linen card stock. We're over 20% of that gone as an individual. And a lot of people now, we're seeing the 6 by 6 pad individually. That's disappearing.
My fault for telling you guys about that. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. And can I just explain what happens when the showstopper sells out? We have plenty, I know it's normally the 12 by 12 card, we have plenty of the 12 by 12 card, plenty of the 6 by 6 card. It's actually some of the individual components that are selling out. So if you definitely want everything in the collection, now's the time to go. We did buy extra stocks of this range because we were expecting it to be busy, but we never know which components in the range are going to go. So I think it's one of the stamps, it might be the Tinkerbell stamp or something like that, that is going to sell out. That's already gone. The next one, there's a couple that are on the verge of selling out individually. Then we'll just have smaller bundles, but your showstopper is your only chance to get all of it.
Absolutely right. And the 6 by 6 paper pad on its own, now over 20% of the stock as that has gone as well. It's the showstopper. People are buying with the card, buying with that 6 by 6 paper pad, and the embellishment set also flying. Let's give you a chance to check out and come back. Bets being taken how many cards Sara's going to make in this launch. I'm going for 4. I don't know what you guys are saying. Nicola's going for 4. But listen, the less I talk, the more demos we do. So let's head to a break. Check out your baskets. We'll come right back.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafter's Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special, 100%, is the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Do you know what? I love nothing better than when I say something and then you do it. Like normally, if I say something in real life, people are going, I'm not listening to what he says. What are you talking about? So I say something at home, my kids go, I'm not listening to you. But you've actually done what I said there, which is brilliant. It makes me happy. So, I said go during that break and check out your baskets. You have done that because we're at 50% of the stock gone. We are now on the showstopper approaching 60% of this gone. Loads of you have bought this. More of you are putting in the paper pads as well. Please, if you're sat there thinking, shall I, shan't I, you've got to jump in. 250 bonus points you're getting with this as well. Unheard of. I don't think I've ever said that before. But more than anything, don't buy it for the bonus points. Buy it because it is the most beautiful launch. Probably the best of the year so far.
What do you mean, probably?
Well, there's been so many great launches, Sarah.
Away.
Definitely the best of the year
Thank you.
so far.
I really feel like I've excelled with this one.
Have.
I have been so excited and buzzing about this launch. Honestly, it's just, and I know that when you get it home, you'll be even more excited. The more I work with it, the more excited I get.
Yeah.
Honestly, even by the end of this show, you'll be buzzing about it. Right, are we going in for it, Ben?
So we're doing the box at 3, aren't we? Bag at 2.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you all how to make a gift bag. So
yes.
Don't buy a gift bag, guys. We're going to make one.
Nice.
Right? So we're going to make one, and then I'm going to do a little bit of painting, which is probably when Ben will have to jump in and talk for me. Right? So, gift bag. Set your recording now or make a note of this, okay? So I'm going to start with A4 cardstock, right? So A4 cardstock's about 8 1/4 inches wide, but we're going to cut it to 10 1/2, right? So 10 1/2 inches along here. Trim that down, so you're only trimming a couple of little bits off the end, and we're going to go for it, right? Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put the edge piece on here, right? And we're going to score at 1/2 inch, right? So I'm on the score master here.
Sorry, did you say, is that a multi-purpose card?
Yes, multi-purpose card, brilliant. So 1/2 inch, right? Then I'm also going to score at 2 1/2 inches. Okay. Right, 1/2 inch. Oh, hang on, I was going to go this way. Don't ignore that, guys. I'm getting totally carried away. Right, there we go. We'll rub. But do you know you could do that, by the way, if you ever score and you need to rub it out, just turn it over and do it the other way.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So 1/2 inch, right? Then 2 1/2 inches, okay? So that's going to form my little bit, and then we're going to go along the bottom and go 2 inches along the bottom, right? So 1/2 inch, 2 1/2 inches, and then 2 inches along the bottom. Let me just show you, we'll score and burnish these, and then I'll do the other one for you, and all will become totally clear and make sense, right?
Okay.
Always fold them, score them and burnish them both ways.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you've got your scissors, what we're going to, and this one here as well, fold that up, fold that the other way, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come and you're going to cut straight up here, because this is the bottom of your gift bag, right? Cut a little wedge out of this piece, cut a little wedge out the other side, and then cut that wedge there.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me do you another one because you need two, right? So we're going to come in with the second one. We're going to go long edge up at the edge. We're going to score 1/2 inch, 2.5 inches, right? Turn it right around and score 2 inches up the bottom, right? Then you're going to fold over, burnish your crease lines, right? Same up here, burnish the crease line, burnish them, always fold and burnish them both ways so that you get like a really nice cut and finish on them.
I can tell you're desperate to get the demos in today. You are speed crafting.
Oh, this is just normal pace for me when we're doing the scoring. Yeah. You're in my comfort zone doing stuff like this, right? There we go. Now, if you want a hole punch, if you don't have a hole punch, just use your pokey tool, right? And we're just going to go, I think I'll just go through both sides. Let's have a little look. So I'm just going to measure these guys. So if that's 6 inches, pretty much, let's do 1 at 2 and 1 at 4 there, right? And all I'm going to do is go right through the middle. There we go. Hole there, hole there.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Right. So, and then to put the gift bag together, tape pens are absolutely fine, guys. But if you're going to do that, I would recommend sticking tape to tape. So we're going to go tape on the edge here, right? And then tape up the corresponding side that we're going to stick it to. And we'll go tape to tape up that edge like that.
Carol, Sarah is using the multi-purpose card, yes.
I use that multi-purpose card for everything, guys. But to be honest, you can use any cardstock whatsoever. I cut it to A4 as well. A4 is brilliant for this, right? So notice I'm going tape on that edge, tape on this edge as well, so that when I fold these over, you're going tape to tape and you get that lovely finish, right? Then I'm going to fold the bottom in. And then what I'm going to do here actually is use a little bit of tacky glue, because we're going to have time for it to dry. We want it to stick really, really well, so that I can put tacky on, put the first pieces down there, then I can put more tacky on here. There we go. Put the other piece on here. And there is my base gift bag, right, ready for me to start and decorate. So while that's all drying, we'll do the decorate. That folds in at the front there, and you can take your organza ribbon, right? And I'm just going to go, should we go, let's have a little look. I think I used the pink before, it was lovely, right? I'll go with the middle of the pink. This is why you need multiples of the ribbon. So bear in mind, in your embellishment pack, you get the ribbon, you get the sparkle, and you get the gems.
You do?
Trust me, you're going to use all of it. Just get plenty of all of it.
For an extra £12 or $16 platinum, it's worth doing. Details bottom of your screen for you there.
Right, so I'm going through that. And all I would say is, right, bear in mind, all those of you who can't wait and ordered it yesterday, I mean, lovely that you were so keen that you ordered it yesterday, but you might not have got the... if you just ordered the mega bundle and not the showstopper, you probably won't have got the, well, you won't anyway.
You won't.
Have got the paper and the embellishments, unless you really read the small print and understood what was in and what wasn't in, and then went and got the extras. Right?
But even if you did get more anyway, because you know that you'll kick yourself if you don't, because you'll use the papers and the embellishments and you wish that you bought more in the first place.
There we go, Ben. Us and Sarah and Ben, the enablers.
That's what they call us.
We're them friends you don't want to take out shopping with you, right? But you really do. But you feel like you don't, but you really do.
You do,
right?
you do.
So, right, so here's my gift bag, ready to decorate. So you've all understood and followed how to do a gift bag.
Yes.
Yep. Let's go and do a little bit of decoration on said gift bag. Right, so here we go. So what I'm going to do is the embossing. So this lovely embossing folder, I've cut my little piece here, and I'm going to send this through. Now, it's a regular embossing folder, folks. So what we're going to do is we're going to come with our 2 outer plates, and if you want to be a little bit cheeky and push it a little bit further and get like a deeper emboss, just fold yourself a bit of multi-purpose card, pop it inside, seek forgiveness, not permission. If your Gemini doesn't like it, it'll just send it back. Right? So just remember that if it's too much... it's totally coping with that, right? If it's too much for it, it'll send it back.
Yep.
Seek forgiveness, not permission. I'll get in so much trouble from our customer services team for telling you all of this, right? Because they'll say, no, we tell people not to put it through. But, but look how deep that emboss is. Now you're talking. Look how deep that emboss is there, right? Now, what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to start. So I'm going to use a little bit of my pearl pink, and we're going to colour the shoes in, right?
Ooh, yeah.
So all you do is you pop a little bit of the pink down there. I can come in, I hope this was not my drinking water, right? You can come in and you can pick up a little bit of this on your paintbrush, and we can just paint onto here with it, right?
Okay.
Now, should I show you something really clever? What if you want a darker colour than that one, right? What I can do is I can put that pink down, right? And then I can add in a little bit of the purple next to it, right? And actually, we can go and add a little bit of the green next to it, so we can just mix. And what we can do is pink, darken it a little bit. So I'm just adding a little bit of that to darken it, right? And now I've got a much darker pink that I can paint with under there, right?
Yeah.
So this is it. So bear in mind, because they're water-based, you can mix all of these colours. So I'm loving that pink. I'm going to colour with that pink all onto there. But then as soon as I want to go a little bit darker, I can just pick up some of the other shades and I can blend the other shades straight into it.
Very clever.
Yeah, nice coloration on there.
And it makes it nice and easy to colour that embossed as well, doesn't it?
It does. That's the whole idea, that you can just paint onto all of this.
Yeah.
Now, you have to have a lot of time and a lot of patience, and obviously I'm wanting to do lots of cards because we are... we're time limited in the show. So let me just give you a bit of an idea, right? That's if I want to paint that one.
Yeah.
Let me show you how we can paint a little bit of the green here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to just watercolouring, picking this up. So, and I'm using a very fine paintbrush, right? Look how detailed you can get with that lovely fine paintbrush.
Yeah, yeah.
Still painting onto those leaves, right? You need plenty. The problem is, Ben, the more water you add, the more it's going to water down the colour. So you don't want to water down the colour, but you do want that lovely embossed piece to all be painted. So look how deep and detailed that lovely colour is. And the water's drying quickly already, and you're left with the shimmer of those gorgeous ink pads.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Ken was just saying about the fountains. I can see making a wedding or anniversary card with the fountain. I think a lot of the elements of this collection as well lend themselves to anniversaries and also to wedding cards and projects for your wedding as a whole. I think it's got that kind of real feel to it as well, hasn't it? Not just for your princesses.
Absolutely not.
Just saying, Carol D's checked out. She's got more embellishments and the sparkles and swirls. They're proving very popular today. Jennifer Bruns has ordered. She says, can't wait to get mine. Here we go. You did that quickly. I looked down. You finished.
It is, I know, but I want to show you. Look, I'm going to take that darker one just so you can see the difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just show you. Go back onto this one here. So a little bit. Make sure you wash out the green.
Yeah.
Look at the difference in this when I start washing it now with the dark. Yes. Oh, I've got that quite wet there. Might take a little bit of that off. Look at this. Now you're talking about, and then look, it somehow, because it's really clever, will stick to the emboss. So it makes it a lot easier to paint on the bit that's raised up. So you see there how I'm doing all of that painting on the raised elements. And I'm rushing, guys. Being totally honest, look, I'm rushing here. I'm going super speed for the camera. But you can see, even rushing, now that's started to dry already. And you can see there, as soon as you take your time, that's the one that's painted. But I'm going to show it to the camera so that you guys can see just what happens. And you can see that shimmer. Yeah, can you see it on the... So you can see that shimmer. And also that shows the ink pad colours really nice. So you've got the purple in there.
Yeah.
And your purple is called Princess Sparkle. Your lovely raspberry one here is called Magic Potion.
Yeah.
Then your green is called Enchanted Forest. Mm-hmm. And your fourth one there, your pink one, is called Fairy Wings.
Yes.
So there's your 4 different colours. All right? Now, I had one more thing I wanted to show you before I finish putting this card together.
Steffi, just asking, what sort of card did you use to colour onto there?
That one there, multi-purpose.
Yeah.
I'm just using that Honestly, guys, you'll find that we use it for absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So handy, right? Now, look what I've done here. I've got a piece to mat and layer behind this, right?
Oh, okay.
So I've added, what with this one here, if you add your pearl ink pad, right, what you can do is you can pick up your ink from your pearl ink pad and just add it round the edge, like this, right? So you're just adding a little bit. Mine top, I've just washed it down here, so you're not going to get those little bits. But if you add that little bit of sparkle around the edge, like you would a distressed one, that is the one that I've had all the way around with a little bit of distressing, right? And then what I want to do is I want to mat and layer it onto a bit of card, but instead of going regular, look, I'm going to use my sparkle for this, right? So I'm bringing up my background piece here. This is where I've poured it in. Isn't this lovely, by the way? That's where I poured it back into the pot, but there's still loads of it on there. I love it. Yeah. So all I'm going to do is peel these off and add a little bit of sparkle on there, Ben. I'm just going to do them one at a time, just for easiness, so I don't get too much sparkle all over. Go on, you said you had questions, didn't you? And I'm just kept talking.
No, just got so many lovely comments coming through. Kate says, I'm going to need another congrats on your big win message at this rate, Ben. Always happy to do that if you need me to do that for you. Kate, congratulations on winning this collection. Well done. It will be delivered to you very soon. There, you're welcome. You can show that to whoever needs to see it.
I didn't get that there. I get it now.
Yeah, do it all the time. You know, you haven't bought this. Obviously, you've won it for anyone who needs to know. You didn't. As if you bought this, you've won it. Hi to Moni, says second order of extra paper pads.
Yes,
second order
now
of extra
you're talking.
embellishments, and also spring sale items as well to use with this collection. I cannot wait to get this order. UPS, get it here as soon as possible. Hey, the orders with UPS I know have been very, very good, haven't they? And very quick over in the States.
Hey,
so
yeah, you'll have it in the next couple of days, guys.
yeah, you will.
I mean, literally, they've been dispatched out the warehouse this afternoon.
Yeah, well, someone said they ordered it yesterday and they've received it today. I can't remember who it was that said that.
Hashtag warehouse is doing awesome. I mean, I'm guessing there must be people in the UK.
Yeah, but even still, that's incredible. Like next day delivery. I mean, how many times have you like paid extra for next day delivery and then it's arrived like 3 days later? That happens to me all the time. So hats off to our warehouse team. Absolutely. Will this be available as a download paper pad later in the day? People are asking. That's what people always ask, isn't it, Sarah, with these new launches?
We've bought plenty of the paper pads in, guys, so you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, buy now is the thing to say. Don't wait until you risk the chance of thinking, it could sell out. Buy more than you think you'll need. Obviously, I'll tell you to buy everything, budget allowing, but if you can squeeze in another paper pad, if you can squeeze in another set of these gorgeous embellishments, you'll thank yourself later for doing it, because potentially if you do come back and they're not here, you're going to be disappointed. So if you can afford, especially those embellishments, an extra £12, $16, get them in there. An extra 6x6 pad, what's that, $5.99, $9.95? Get it in your basket. You'll hardly even notice that it's there. And as I say, it's all those consumables that you want to be stocking up on. Can I just say as well, whilst I'm chatting away, this is looking marvellous. I love that. Glitter trim around the outside.
Of course it is. It just, I feel like that onto there is not enough though. So I've got, honestly guys, the paper pads, I'm just telling you, that 12x12 pad comes with the linen effect cardstock.
Yes.
And the linen effect cardstock colour pad is just as important in this one for me as what the pad is. And what we're finding is we used to find that the linen effect cardstocks weren't as popular, which is why we sometimes have some of them left over at the end of a range.
Oh yeah.
Not being the case with the last couple.
No.
People are going more and more to get the right colours of cardstock. Leanne's been saying this to me for years because I was like, people can just use cardstock they've already got at home. She said, no, Sarah, it's not the exact shade of purple. It's not going to look as good as if we've got the exact one. And do you know what? I kind of understand that now.
Yeah.
I mean, she is a very, very, very professional crafter.
By the way, how much extra does that add, just adding that little layer of colour underneath? Just next level, that.
And then, look, I'm just going to add another one onto the back as well.
Yeah.
This is from the 12x12 pad. And that 12x12 pad, and look, it's killing me to stick the B side down, but even the B side's really good, guys. That 12x12 pad on the back, I mean, isn't that lovely? You can get the 12x12 pad on its own, Ben, you know.
You can, but 20% of the stock of that's gone.
But only 20, that's because everybody's going for the bundle.
They are going for the bundle.
The bundle, it's got that in the linen cardstock, so look at that.
That's
beautiful back of the gift bag.
Yeah.
Gorgeous front of the gift bag. And then, of course, you can add on whatever sentiment you want. I did just the Once Upon a Time die cut onto there. Isn't that looking spectacular?
Rather spectacular. I'm really pleased that you showed us how to put that bag together as well. So now
it's just nice to show people different techniques.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
If you weren't watching, guys, let's have a little look at that. Just marvellous how gorgeous that looks. Very pleased with that, right? And if you weren't watching earlier, what I'm going to be showing you next, although I've got an absolute mess going on here, so I'm going to have to get tidied it up, is I'm going to show you how to do the gorgeous card that is the box
Oh, this
inside.
is the one everyone's waiting for.
So it's a card that has a box inside and then the card wraps around it. And just like I showed you the gift bag, I will teach you all the measurements. I'll show you how to do it. Because just remember who you love on Sunday when you tune in to watch Second Chance Sunday and you decide who gets the star on the wall.
One could say you've got that star already in the bag. The bag. Oh, it's coming over, and it's coming over, so you can have a really good look at it.
I'm not being funny, but
you're the only one
I
that does
can't
this, you know.
believe. I know. I can't believe you've moved.
No,
my
because I was
card.
making room for the.
shocked.
I was making room for the new one.
Well, you can fit them both in.
Yeah, but I've got to do the boards in a second, then I'll have to move them. So
These are way more important than that.
they.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, that's the shot right there, George. Thank you.
Just stay on that for the next hour, all right? We don't need to see me at all.
Well, do you know what? I don't think you should do that. Because if you stay on that for the next hour, Ben, everyone's going to be so blown away by how gorgeous them cards are, we're going to sell it all out.
Oh, that's it. George, get off the shop. Get off the shop. Don't show it again. Gee whiz, seriously, get that off. I'll pop those over there for a second. Just while Sara's getting ready for her next demo, let's just quickly whiz through everything that you can get within this. And I'll just build it up for you, just to kind of show you, if you have just joined us a little bit late and you're wondering what all the differences are on the website. Showstopper details there, but let's take those down and just show you the mega bundle, all right, quickly. The mega bundle is slightly different. So within the mega bundle, you will get this 6x6 pad. This is flying out of the door individually. Over 20% of the stock of that has gone individually. In fact, scrap that, nearly 30% of the stock of this has gone individually, but you will receive this 36 beautiful double-sided sheets. I mean, look at this one, for goodness sake. You've got the prince and the princess there dancing over the bridge with the swans underneath that bridge. You've got the little storybook detail in the bottom corner there. It's absolutely beautiful. Some of the white work that you've got going on around the fairy castle here. Once again, that silhouette of the prince and princess dancing away. It is such a magnificent paper pad, and you get that in 6x6. This is, I think, this is my favourite one here. When you see the princess running away from the castle, maybe losing her glass slipper as she goes, running away from the ball, heading towards her carriage. But that's included within your mega bundle. On top of that, you will get in the mega bundle the pearl ink pad. So you've seen Sara using these already. These are mini but mighty. They come in mini form, but really, really super juicy. You're going to get lots out of those. And you get those in the 4 colours. Your enchanted forest, you've got your magic potion, the beautiful fairy wings, and this princess sparkle at the top here. Then you get all of the hardware. So you've got that beautiful imagery you saw in the paper, the prince and the princess dancing. That one is called Happily Ever After. That last embossing folder that Sara is using is included too, which is your glass slipper. This is the one you're going to see in a second on this next demo, which I know you're all waiting for, the Enchanted Rose embossing folder. They're still singing Beauty and the Beast in me here. Then you've got your Fairy Tale Kingdom. Again, really beautiful. You've got the palace, the castle. You've got the princess there losing her shoe. You've got all these gorgeous sentiments too in the Everydays of Fairy Tale set. The font on these I just think is absolutely gorgeous. And a lot of these things like Have a Magical Day, we were talking about this earlier on. Yes, you'll use this with this collection, but how nice to have that as like a generic font to send a card to somebody perhaps who's feeling just a little bit down. You don't have to use it for birthdays or anniversaries. It might just be you use that in a just because card. You've got the elegant archway dies in here. This next die is one of the best dies I think we've ever done. That fabulous fountain, absolutely beautiful. You've got 2 dies there. You've got the inner detail die and your outer die. Here's that beautiful fairy. We know who she is, but we shan't name her. The fairy who shan't be named. It's called Make-A-Wish. You can cut her out in die form and then use all of those stamps to create the little the swirls, the little spells that she's casting from her wand. You've got those gorgeous flowers that Sara's already used today. The magnificent Once Upon a Time die, which is almost like, it's like the front cover of a fairy tale book, isn't it? Or like the opening logo to a fairy tale movie. You've got the You Are Magical stamp and die set. And on top of that, beautiful fairy tale carriage. We had to have that in there for a collection like this. And that die that Sara was using just a little while ago, and I know it's one of Craig's favourites too, that princess silhouette. So all of that in there is your, what we're calling the mega bundle, right? That's $78.40 or $100. But don't buy that, because what you can do is go for the showstopper. But the showstopper is also going to bring you all of these goodies. So that 6x6 paper pad that I showed you a few moments ago That is in the showstopper, but in 12 by 12 form. So you've got all of those images, once again, super size for you. We've had a good look through this, but you can see just again how stunning all of the colours, all of the images are within that pad. That's included. Also in the showstopper, you're going to get the A4 luxury linen cardstock, and as Sara was alluding to, all of the colours in here have been designed to work beautifully with all of the colours that you're going to get on the images within your paper pad. So you don't have to go, searching around your craft room. You don't have to get a nearly sort of colour which sort of matches up but doesn't really, because all of these colours do match up. As you can see here, just looking at the front cover, they are all popped together to make sure that you've got exactly the colours that you need. So that's also included. And then on top of all of that, you get your embellishment selection too, with the most fantastic All That Sparkles. These beautiful swirls. It is like, isn't it, like a magic spell in kind of glitter and sparkle form, which you can use as a whole, but as you've seen, you can snip into these and just use the little individual elements that you might need for a particular project. You'll get that organza ribbon also included within the showstopper. 3 different colours, again, the colours matching up perfectly with the colours within this set, and 3 different widths, and then you're going to get that fairy dust as well. This is that gorgeous iridescent glitter, the fairy dust, and if you're thinking, what are all these colours here? Those are the colours of the ink pads, the shimmer ink pads that you're getting, and just using that beautiful glitter over the top to create all of those different colours. Now, that's the showstopper in total. It's £110.40 or $144 if you're platinum. This is your saving. You'll get 250 bonus points when you go for the showstopper. However, just to reiterate, we are heading towards, are we at 60% of the stock now? I think we are almost at 60. In fact, 60% of the stock of the showstopper has gone. May I be so bold, just before we move on, to say this is what you want to go for, but then you want to do what lots of other people have done as well and add in your extra papers and cards. So that is the linen cardstock I've just shown you alongside your 12 by 12 pad. So that's the extra card pad bundle. Load of people going for that. £20 or $28. Add as many of those as you can afford into your basket, because you'll thank us later. And then a lot of people are also savvy shopping and getting the extra sparkly embellishment collection, which is those elements that I showed you a few moments ago. So that tub of gorgeous fairy dust, all of those organza ribbons, and then the magnificent All That Sparkles. So that's the embellishment set for an extra £12 or $16. I know the majority of you are going for the showstopper, but please, please, please add in more of these consumables than you think you'll need, because like I say, down the line, you'll thank us later. 65% of the showstopper has now gone. We will give you a break very, very shortly indeed to check out, but I know the one thing that you want to see, let me just double check there's any questions coming in. You want to see this next demo, because it's the one you've all requested. Just seeing that Jennifer's bought 4 more paper pads. Lots of love for all of the demos coming through as well. Marta says the papers are second to none. I can't wait to receive them, so you've ordered. And Gwen says, yes, Gwen, just joined the club, Gwen Clemens. And you've got the showstopper. Yes! Ordering glue and more 6x6 papers. So for joining the club, you've got your 250 plus the 250 for the showstopper and the 110 if you're in the US. So you're like 600 points already. So you'll be gold before you know it. Marvellous stuff. I'm loving all of this. But listen, let's get ready to crack on with demo number 3. It's the one you've requested. It's the one I cannot wait to see. And it is this beautiful, beautiful card box, isn't it, Sara?
It is. Now, these sort of projects look really complicated, but they're not when you break them down. So what we're going to do is all of the construction first, and then we're going to work on the decoration. So we're going to start by making the box. When you break it down, because what I want you to do is not just be able to make exactly this size, I want you to understand how to make any project like this in any size that you want, right? That will be a lovely, lovely bit for you to learn now, right? So what we're going to do is, I'm going to start with the box. And to make this exact size box, by the way, I'm using multi-purpose card for absolutely everything, right? So we need 2 pieces of card exactly the same size, and I'm going to cut my card to 6.5 by 8.5 inches, all right? So let's have a little look. 8.5 inches this way, 8.5. And then we're going to go by 6.5. So I'm cutting my second one into 6.5 inches this. Notice 2 pieces are exactly the same size, right?
Yeah.
Now, when we're doing a box, Ben, we're going to use our boxer board and we're going to score the lid and the base. Where have I put my score lines here? Here we go. We're going to score the lid on one side. So I'm going to do my box 3/4 of an inch. So I come to 3/4 of an inch and you score all 4 sides of the box at 3/4 of an inch, right?
Yep.
Then what we do, and that's going to be our lid, right? Then for the base, we're coming to this side, up against box base. And again, we read up to 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to go 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides like this, and get that perfect score line in.
Okay.
All right? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what you'll find is, from here, you can go and do whatever decoration. That's the base, that's the lid.
Yep.
Go and do whatever decoration you want, right? What I've done is, on my lid, I've done all of the matting and layering, and I've just, can I just say one thing? Love Nicola to death. Is there any chance you just turn us off when you're singing to bed? There you go.
Nicola, love you to death, but is there any chance you can turn me off?
I'm trying to
when you're
work out
singing to
all
me?
of my measurements, and I'm like, right, so 3/4 of an inch on a 6.5 by 8, and I've got, be our guest, be in my ear. Well, I love you singing, Nick, I love it to death. And I'm like, I'm just going to have to tell her. Right, so I've decorated my lid, I've done the mats and layers all the way around, and then here's what I do, Ben. I cut through the oval once I've done all of my matting and layering. Now, it's all right if you've got a Gemini and it's nice and strong, right? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to use your tape pen, and we're going to stick all 4 sides of the box together with the tape pen.
Okay.
Now, tape pen, if you're using our tape pen, that's absolutely fine to stick your box together.
Right.
It is not fine to use any other tape pen at all, right? Because the other tape pens were not engineered to be strong enough for boxes.
Okay.
Our tape pens were engineered to be strong enough for boxes.
Yes.
Which is why I'm telling you, you can use it to stick your box together.
And tape to
right?
tape.
So, well, I actually haven't gone tape to tape there. I've gone tape to card.
Okay.
But notice I'm giving it a bit of a rub over.
Right.
The friction from the heat in my fingers, actually what that does is that is going to help the 2 pieces of tape, tape stick really well
Sort
to
of
the card.
activates it a bit more.
So it's fine to go. I've gone tape to edge, giving it a bit of a rub over there, and the friction is just creating that lovely kind of stick on the base, right? So what you'll find is your base is going to go beautifully inside your lid,
Oh,
right?
marvellous.
So we've started off just with that regular box. So to confirm, to make this exact size box, which is going to fit the rows inside, I started off with 6.5 by 8.5 inches, and I scored at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides, right? Now we're going to do the wrap for it. So for the wrap, you're going to need another sheet of A4 cardstock, all right? So we're going to I'm starting with the A4.
Yep.
But what we need to do is cut it to the same depth as this. So depth-wise, we're going to 7.25 inches, because have a little look. That is about 7 inches. Well, of course it should be, because we started with 8.5, and we've used 3/4 of an inch on both sides, which is why we end up with a box that's 7 by 5.
Yeah.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to 7.25 inches wide, because it just makes my wrap a tiny little bit bigger. All right. So 7.25 inches wide, and then what I want you to do, because I know you're all going to be making notes of these measurements, right? We're going to score at 5 1/8, right? Which is basically just more than the 5 by 7.
Yes.
Yeah. So this box is going to fit in there because it's just a little bit taller and it's 1/8 of an inch wider.
Yeah.
So you're going to go at 5 1/8, and then the next one that you're going to score at is 6 inches, right? Which is 3/4 of an inch, which is the depth of your box, plus another 1/8 inch. Yeah. Have you followed that? So 5 1/8 and then 6. Okay. And then what you need to do is, if you think about it, so that's going 5 1/8 and 6 inches. I did all my measurements when I made a note of them. I'd done them on the big score, but it's all right. We'll work them out on this one here. All right.
There you go. There's your spine.
So then we need to come 5 1/8 inches along.
Yeah.
So let's pop that on there and score 5 1/8 of an inch along. And then the extra little bit that we've got is going to be our little flap over at the edge.
Don't forget as well, guys, you can save all of these videos on YouTube. If you need to come back and watch this again, you can save this like Elizabeth's done and watch it another time. That's perfect.
There we go. So that's going to go up on the base there,
Yeah.
right? So that is going to be our box. So then what we want to do is we want to stick our box inside first of all, right? So I'm going to stick the box inside, And I'm going to use, so when we're doing flat sticking like this, your all-purpose glue is categorically the best one that you can use,
Okay.
right? Because it's going to give you that nice all-over background stick. So that's going to go onto there. Give me that manoeuvrability, and I want to take that right up to the edge. Oh, I've just remembered, I can stick it in the edge bit. I was going to say I want a little bit of ribbon coming out the edge there as well, but we can add that in afterwards, all right?
You have made that look very, very easy, Sara, I've got to say.
It's because we broke it down.
Very
Because we
achievable.
did the box, and then we've done the wrap to go around the box.
Yeah.
Think of it as two separate pieces, the box and the wrap to go around the box,
Yeah.
right? So now what I want to do before we forget about it is to get my ribbon, and I'm going to take the ribbon and we'll go, let's use the purple this time, should we? Should we go mid-size or small size? Let's go small, right? So I've got my lovely small piece of ribbon here, and I'm going to come with a little bit along the back. Let's cut it in half first of all. There we go. So a little bit going along the back, and then a little bit as well coming along the front.
Okay.
Right. So this here, I'll add onto there. And we're going to start and get ready to decorate it soon, Ben.
Uh-huh. So will that be covered up with like a...
We're going to put a lovely backing on.
Yeah.
Yes. I've got, do you know, Ben, I've got my stuff everywhere. Here's the tape pen, right? So here we go. That onto there. A little bit of tape here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add my second piece onto here. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of matting and layering to cover the edges. Now, and we can take questions while we're doing that. Now, before I do, I want to show you again something clever, right? So I've got some bits from, now this is from the 12 by 12 pad, Ben. And I've got these, and I want to add a little bit of extra glitter embellishment onto them,
okay.
right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue pens.
Yes.
And just ever so gently, let's get our piece up on here, right? Ever so gently come along the edge of there, and add the glue just up the edge of the cardstock, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the glue on all four sides. Or you could either do it with this glue, or you could do it like I did with the red liner tape. If you're not confident about drawing a nice straight line, then what you can do is you can do it with your red liner, Ben. But I mean, I am fairly confident. I suppose you could always get a ruler out, guys, if you wanted to have a really straight line.
You could absolutely do that. These, by the way, are on the show today as well, 3 for 2 if you want to go for these, the glue pens. And Terry just says, here Sara goes, making more fantastic projects. I'm saving it to my Sara folder. You've got a folder.
Oh, I'm special.
In her YouTube library.
Oh, hey, I'm living the dream right there.
Living the dream. Gilmore just says, Ben, if I get to do this craft along, you need to do it with me. I haven't seen you craft in ages. You know, I haven't done one for a while actually, Gilmore, but you're on. If you next one you're on, Gilmore, I'll jump in. You'll have to let me know which you get, and I'll absolutely do it. And I will use my own Gemini MIDI, my own official one now, which a lot of you will have seen given to me this morning on Wake Up Call, which says simplicity without electricity.
How's she done you that?
Leanne?
Yeah.
Well, I just suggested it, a little while back. Me and Leanne talk about a lot of stuff on shows, and I said, oh, wouldn't it be great if? And she went, I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to do that for you. And I'd forgotten that she was going to do it. And she burst in this morning and said, here you go. And so, yeah, I've got my own MIDI with Ben Moseby's, it says, Gemini MIDI, and then on the bottom it says simplicity without electricity. A lot of you have been saying, oh, we want a machine with simplicity without electricity on it. It's a one-off, I've been told. But, I kind of say, oh, I'd like this, and Leanne makes it happen. She's like the fairy godmother to tie in with what we're doing with Once
we should
Upon a
make
Time.
her a fairy godmother card, shouldn't we?
We should. You know what? Maybe I should say thank you for the machine.
Maybe you should, Ben.
Yeah.
She's gone to a lot of trouble, doing
I know
that
she has gone to a lot of trouble. She was hiding it from me earlier on because I bumped into her in the corridor. I was like, what have you got under there? She had this big cloth there. She said, oh, nothing, mind your own business. And then she burst in just before the end of Wake Up Call. She was dead chuffed, and I was very, very proud to receive that. I'll show you after the show, Sara.
I'll be excited to see it, Ben.
You will be excited to see it.
You can
Fantastic.
tell I'm kind of in my own little world doing a bit of
Yeah,
crafting.
yeah, I know.
I'm kind of half participating in the conversation.
Half listening, but not really.
Yeah.
The other person
I'm
who's
just loving the sparkle.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Right.
Amazing.
Go on. I'm gonna go. You can talk, and I'll Matt and Leah now.
No, yeah, I was just going to say the other person who's delighted about that is Craig, of course, because now he'll get back his Gemini MIDI that I borrowed from him on long loan about 2 years ago.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. Kate, are you going to craft along with me on Thursday, Ben? I don't know. I hadn't planned it, but I guess I can. I can. Whatever you guys want. I'm in that sort of mood today. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. What mood will I be in on Thursday? I don't know, Nicola. I don't know. We'll see. Let's put it in the "We'll see, Kate" column. Maybe I will. Thanks everyone, by the way, just saying how much you're loving this collection as well. Anne's just asked a question. You up for a question, Sarah?
Go on, yes. I can take questions, that's no bother.
She just says, you know the glitter that we've shown on the shimmer ink?
Yes.
Will that automatically stick to the shimmer ink, or do you need something else to make it stick?
No. You would need to put the shimmer ink down.
Yep.
And then put adhesive on.
Yeah.
And then stick the glitter to the adhesive.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all the colours we've shown you on that board, of course, are the beautiful fairy dust, the glitter, over the top of the 4 shimmer inks that you're going to get within this bundle, which is proving very popular. The showstopper now, we are over 60% of the stock, heading towards 2/3 of the stock disappeared of that now. We will give you opportunity to check out in just a few moments' time, but we wanted to give time to this demo, the one that you guys all wanted to see, and it is living up to expectations, Sarah.
Good. As long as everybody's loving it and learning how to do it, that is the main priority. Look at that. So I've sandwiched that in the middle there, right? And then let's have a little look. Oh, I've got one for the front as well.
Yeah.
So that one's going to go on the front. And then, actually, should we decorate the front? I'm going to stick me one on the back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to decorate the front because I've got all sorts of other stuff that I wanted to do to the front with our little embellishment pieces, right? Right.
I'm just being told in my ear, you know, I told you 2/3 of the stock had gone. Lying to you. Lying, 70% of the showstopper has gone. If it keeps going at this rate, see, the plan was, I know Craig had some demos left over from Wake Up Call this morning, and he was hoping to squeeze in a few more to give you some more inspiration on launch party this evening. But if it keeps going at this rate, I can't confidently say that we're going to have enough, well, we're not going to have any stock left for that show. So please, please, please buy now. If we do have a small amount of stock of the showstopper left, of course, we'll be featuring that later. But the way it's going at the moment, the fact that that's just ticked up another, 4 or 5% in about 5 minutes, that is not going to be the case. So if you're delaying on the showstopper, get it in the basket, get it checked out. Sharon just saying this is going to be hard to pick the card of the show. We'll get that vote going in about 20 minutes time. And Peg says we're going down to Disney in October with the grandkids, so I'm thinking that this collection will be perfect for scrapbooking and so much more, isn't it?
Ooh, nice.
Memory albums as well. Have you got a particular favourite fairy tale, Sarah, that you like?
I do like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh dear.
Hence, when I had my little bit of time this weekend, that's what I was doing. I was Beauty and the Beast. So, sing-along version, obviously.
Yeah.
Got the kids to bed, singing at the top of my voice.
Is that a sing-along version of the live-action remake?
No, it was just... Oh, yeah, is that what that's called, live-action remake?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yes. It's the one with Hermione out of Harry Potter in.
Yeah. What's she called? Emma
Watson.
Emma Watson.
Not that she's been type-fixed or whatever the saying is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's Hermione.
What's Hermione doing in Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast. Right. Oh, Pokey, Ben, I've got so much stuff going on. I can't find my pokey tool.
What you lost now?
My pokey tool.
I think have I got a pokey tool over here?
No, I've got it, Ben. It's be somewhere here.
I can lend you one. I've got one.
You've got one, have you?
Well, it's in a packet, but we can take it out.
I'll just do this.
Do you want one?
No, I'm good. Watch.
You sure?
Yep. If I lift this off. Oh, yeah.
Smashed
there
it.
you go. You've just got to say, I've got it released. Can you see, I was trying to show everybody how I've used the stencil, and I've used the die cut as a stencil.
Yeah.
So I've stenciled in the gaps. Just make sure you wash your die afterwards.
Okay.
Right? So I've stenciled in the gaps. So that's going to go lovely down here. And then I'm going to get a couple of it. Right, so if that's going there, right, let's have this big one coming out of here, right? I'm going to have my scissors. Here we are, Ben. Yes, going into Sarah's switch-off mode. So, talk away.
I will. I'm just interested to see where you snip that.
Well, I've also just realised I peeled it all off without. Yeah. But you've got look, it's not going bad here. Right?
No, it isn't.
So it kind of retains some of its shape in there, right?
Just chat as well, Sarah, just whilst you're sticking, because Candy was interested in the fact that you were inking She said, Sarah, inking through the die. I didn't think that you can do that. You can, with a lot of dies, ink through, and some of them have got that embossing detail as well, haven't they, dies? They're more versatile than you think.
Yes, you can do that with all of them. If they've got embossed detail on them, so if they've been designed, which most of ours have, to be doing the die cutting and embossing on it, then absolutely you can go and ink into them as well.
Laurel just also saying, thank you, Sarah, for showing us how to make this box within a card. I really think I can make one now too. That's the brilliant thing. Again, you know, you can save the show. Like Terry, I know we were joking about it, but Terry's obviously saved the show. She has a folder for all of her favourite shows. Best thing to do, I know the shows always stay there for you on Facebook, but probably the best thing is if you go to YouTube, subscribe to the Crafters TV channel, and then you can, you know, like Terry's done, make your own little folders. You can favourite your best shows. I'm sure Terry's Ben folder is probably
overflowing.
I mean, there's probably five folders, I would imagine, George, just to answer your question. But no, the point is you can subscribe, you can playlist, you can save all your favourite shows. Obviously, you'll get little ping notifications if you set those off as well when we're about to go live. So lots of people doing that on YouTube. And of course on Facebook as well, but YouTube's the place to go. For Holidays Designs, Jen just saying, I need one whole paper pad just to scrapbook dinner in the castle with all the princesses.
Oh, yes, you'd scrapbooking your Disney. Oh, yes, scrapbooking your Disney experiences, Ben.
Yeah, I know. If you've been to Disney recently, then again, this is absolutely perfect, isn't it? For making the scrapbook pages, for printing off photos and making those memory albums. This is going to be right up your street as far as that is concerned. Jen just saying, I keep adding more paper to the cart. It's a great shout. I know I've been hammering on about this, and we always chat about this on new launches, but you cannot go wrong in ordering more consumables than you think you will need, because you will thank us later.
Can I just say, order more of these gems as well, because they're wonderful to work on with this.
We could probably flash up at the bottom of the screen, actually, the gems, if you want to go for those. It's only an extra £12 or £16 for the embellishment set, where you get the all that sparkles. So those are the beautiful swirls that Sarah's working with now. You'll get more organza ribbon within that collection too, and on top of that, you'll also get another pot of that beautiful fairy dust, the glitter, which has, I think, worked so wonderfully across all the demos that you've seen today. And again, you know, if you're adding that in, you've already got the shimmer ink pads within the collection, and as you've seen, you know, you can layer that over the top to create the most beautiful colours to match right through this set. Stephen Lee Guy is calling it right now. We've not even finished this demo, and Stephen says this box is going to be demo of the month.
Oh, he called it. Can I just say, only guys, if you actually tune in and vote for me, right?
Yes, which will be...
You know, you guys are in control of that.
It'll be this Sunday. It's this Sunday, isn't it?
Oh, this Sunday's demo of the month as well, is it?
What day is it today? 22nd? I think it'd have to be April. I tell you what, this is a marvellous project. Wait till you see it finished. I'm just looking up at the shelf up there. I cannot wait to see what you're going to vote for as your demo of the month, because if this makes it through, there is some stiff competition there from Craig, Debbie Robinson's Craft Along, and Leanne's box that she made with, remember when Creative joined us last week with all those amazing wood pieces? Oh, yes, that was a pretty
good box, that.
Yeah, so...
Do you know what I've realised? I've done all of this decoration, right? We haven't talked about the inside, but can I just show you? I just embossed with that embossing folder, and it's the same technique that I showed you that I did where I've painted the rose. So you don't need to see it.
Oh, like you did with the shoe?
It's exactly the same how I did the shoe. Right. So you see me do it with the shoe. Let's not do it with the rose, because I've now spent half an hour doing all of this one demo.
It's been great
and I want to
see.
get another demo in. But you've got the idea of how to do it. So watch, you see, this goes inside there. Now that looks fabulous in there. And what I would actually do, Ben, is this needs completing though. And I had done a nice, whatchamacallit? Oh, I've got all sorts I still haven't done. Right. Look, I've got a nice little piece goes around the outside here, right? Yeah. So I'm going to use my glue pen to stick that on the outside. How useful are these glue pens, can we just say?
Yeah, super.
You totally all need to chuck some of them glue pens in your basket while we've got them on a deal, right? So I'm going to stick that one on there as an extra. That's going to take a few seconds to dry on there as well. This is where you want your little bit. Oh, we want our little pegs from Happy Easter, Ben. We'll just hold that in place, right? So that, do you know them little pegs on there We'll just talk. I think I'm going to have to. I might, because I've got no patience. I think I might have to just glue that on with some
Well, perfect as a
glue.
practical item, like you say, but beautiful as decoration as well.
But I had all sorts of extra little pieces I was going to add, like on this inside here. Look, I've done the Once Upon a Time sticker piece.
Yeah.
And then also, remember, you've got all those little dies with like the people. So, like, I've got well, look at this. This one goes on here, right? And then I've got that lovely couple dancing, going to go down in the corner.
Absolutely.
And I just coloured that in. I haven't even had a chance to do all of these. Oh, Ben, the pressure, so much to do. It was a big project. I was being really optimistic trying to get all this done.
No, but I think you've taken a good amount of time in it and shown us everything that we need, which is brilliant. Like you said, just that embossing detail. We saw how you painted that.
You saw how I did that earlier.
So it's fine.
I'm going to stick the... Oh, would you look at that?
You've been super organised, Lexi.
Yes, yeah. Do you know, the team who help us get all the prep stuff ready, they sometimes are really good at thinking ahead for us.
Go above and beyond.
So, ba-dum-bum, right, here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, all the way around. There we go. Right, now, we're talking.
Magnificent.
We've got that, we've got this bit here, we've got, yes, look at the front of that.
Oh,
Doesn't
come on.
it look lovely? And then you've got that lovely ribbon just to tie it all together. And breathe, Sarah, and have a cup of tea.
And have a relax. Go and have a lie down on the sofa.
Yeah, I think that's what we kind of
We'll
need.
have a break in a minute.
Yeah, I'm ready for
that.
one. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for one.
That is magnificent. I don't think we almost need to do a vote for the demo of the show, because that's it, isn't it? Surely. Just look at this. Watch. Oh my goodness me. It's like opening up that storybook.
Do you know what just takes it to the next level?
Yeah.
All of that glitter.
Yeah.
All that glitter around, and the way it catches the light, that glitter just absolutely next levels the whole thing. And that's all in a lovely box, you see. So, and what I would be doing, I was starting to say, is I'd be embossing some tissue paper. I'd be wrapping something in tissue paper, a nice present or something, putting it in there and putting some acetate over the front, so it becomes a gift box in and of itself.
I'm seeing people ask for this to be the next craft along.
Well, look guys, you can watch the show back, you can pause me at every step of the way while you craft along with this.
Yeah.
So you could make it into your own craft along.
Yeah, you could actually. Very good point, well made. But how fantastic was that project? And I am joking here, obviously. We will be doing a vote at the end of the show. Here comes this one, lining it up. But, oh, she's got a stand for this one as well. You know it's special when the stand comes out, making her own little pack shot here. Look at that. Boom. Doo-doo-doo. 3 amazing projects done right there, all that you can recreate. I love it when Sara crafts. It's just brilliant. The inspiration that you get. Again, look here. We've got a beautiful card. We've got a beautiful bag. We've got a beautiful box card. So many different ways that you can use this fantastic collection. But you can see why that, as well as the showstopper, you need to order more. You need to order more of the paper pads. You need to order more of that, especially the sparkle as well. That sparkle embellishment collection, you absolutely need to go for. We're heading towards 3/4 of the stock gone. We're over 70%, heading towards 75% of the showstopper. We're very busy and people are going to check out now. So when we come back after this short break, we're going to be looking at heading towards 80, over 80. Then you know what happens. We're towards limited stock. I cannot guarantee we're going to have stock of this left this evening. If you're waiting around and thinking, oh, I might order this during launch party, at the rate this is going, you're going to have to be quick to get this showstopper. Get more of those paper pads. What did you say the stock update was on those paper pads, Nicola? I think we're over 30% if you want to go for more of the 12 by 12 and the linen in that bundle, and that embellishment collection as well is also super busy. The 6 by 6 on its own as well, over 30% of the stock gone. It's all the consumables you guys are adding into your showstopper. Let's get to that break. Last chance saloon to fire in any questions. Throw some more comments our way too, and when we come back, we'll try and squeeze in one more demo and get that vote going for what is going to be a tough demo of the show. We'll see you in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out your carts and your baskets. You've done a good thing if you have done that, because we are very, very busy. Just as a by the by as well, I see you. I see you. I can see what's going on. You can't vote yet. You can't be voting. Tara's not even finished. We're doing one more demo before we do the vote for the demo of the show. So if you're voting already, your vote is null and void. We're ignoring that until we say vote, until I say vote, and then you vote. So wait, please. Don't wait, though, if you want the showstopper. I realise we've got quite a queue of people at the old checkouts, and it's been busy across that break there. But if you're still waiting to get your baskets checked out, continue to do so, because we are up to 75% of that showstopper collection gone. I'll recap on everything before the end of the show, but I'm kind of keen, because we've only got 20 minutes left, to get in another demo, Sara, if we can. So I know you've got two you could possibly choose from.
I have, but I've picked the one I really want to do because I want to try something extra with this.
Right.
So how it works when we prep these, you see, is I look at all the cards, I work out what I want to do, I plan them all, and then sometimes we prep them, sometimes we have to get some help in. But actually, I've seen these and I'm wanting to go extra. So hence I've been doing a little bit extra on all of them. So
okay.
Yes, I've just got even more. The more you play with this kit, the more ideas you'll get, right? So let me show you. I want to work with that fountain die.
Oh, yes.
It is fabulous, right? So, and we're going to have to speed through this demo a little bit because I know it's 22. So you're going to cut this fountain die, which by the way comes in a two-part, right? So this is your creator card. This is if you want to cut it out, right? So I've actually cut one out. So what I want to show you now is, once you've cut that out, we can colour it, right?
Oh, yes.
So, again, what you can do is, you can hold it in place, a little bit of tape because you don't want to, but you can hold it in place and mask off a very outside piece like this, right? So if I do all these, and I'm just masking off a tiny little bit on the edge, so we get a nice little white border, and I'm going to do the same down the other two sides. Oh, I've never done as much... this is like Jan territory, this, isn't it?
Oh, I know.
Messy crafting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. This is why you need your low-tack tape, guys. This is why you need so much of your low-tack tape. So 4 edges, right? Then when you're doing bits of masking, you can always take little bits of cardstock just to mask certain areas. So what I'm going to do first of all is just start. I've got my purling pad, so I've got the Enchanted Forest.
Yeah.
You've got that lovely magic potion.
Oh, yes.
You've got your fairy wings and you've got your Princess Sparkle, right? I'm going to go Enchanted Forest around the outside like this, right? So you can take it straight on. Look, this is where now if I want to protect this little bit here, I can just cover over that edge part so that we're only getting ink where we want it, right? So there's the first kind of half in there. And if you want, you can always bring in this in and just merge it through, right? So if you want to really blend it nicely, use your blending tool as well. So you can either go direct to card or you can go with your blending tool. And look, I'm taking that blending tool right along there, Ben, and just blending it further a little bit down. Okay, so first colour in there now, and then blending all of that in.
Okay.
I love sparkling pads. Just going to put it out there now. Since I love that we have the original ones that we launched.
Yeah.
And I love that Leanne let me have some more for this range, because I just think this whole range is crying out to use the sparkling
What was the story?
pads.
You could have 1.5, so you chose 4 smaller ones.
So I chose 4 little ones. I thought that was really economical, don't you? Right?
But they're really juicy, aren't they? For the fact that they're small, there's a lot of juice.
But again, if you're going to use them a lot, guys, you might want to think about getting multiples.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm going to come down, first of all, with my purple around the outside. Make sure you don't cross-contaminate, right? So if you are doing this at home and you're not rushing on the telly like me, what you can do is you can use your little finger daubers to apply it, right? I'm just going gung-ho like this.
Can I just say as well, I mentioned this earlier on, but what a stroke of genius to put a fountain in here. Like if I was charged with putting together like a once upon a time collection, you'd obviously think of fairy castles and carriages and princes and princesses. You wouldn't necessarily think of a fountain, but I think this is one of the best dies in the whole collection. Not only for the fact that it's going to work with the princes and princesses and fairies and all that kind of thing, but like lots of people have been saying, for weddings and anniversaries, such a versatile die this is going to be, isn't it?
I think so, but then I wouldn't I? Because I designed it. So look, and I'm blending all these together now.
Yeah.
With that lovely, I just love how ridiculously juicy all those pads are. Right. So, and then you can take from here.
There we go.
And we can lift this off.
There we go.
There we go. Giving you that lovely background piece. Taking off all that excess. That looks spectacular.
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 Yes,
in fact,
it
let's have a little look to the front camera before I get ink all over my fingers.
Yeah.
It's all over my fingers. There you go. Right.
Give it a wiggle.
Look at that. I might just put it up against a bit of white so you can see it even better.
Ah, come on.
Yes. Oh, now you're talking. How fabulous.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, that is the shimmer that you'll only get on those ink pads.
Yes, you will.
So let's have a little bit of a clean up. Move on to the next part, right?
Okay.
What I've done is on one of these, I've already got it where I've backed it with some acetate.
Yep.
Right? But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my foam on a roll and I'm going to just mask off the exact bit of here. Now, if you want, Ben, you're welcome to sing along while I decorate this.
Which version do you want, original or
I'll take the original.
2? Original. Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey!
Right,
I've
my
not
foam on a roll.
sang that in ages.
Have you not?
No, I feel like Debbie Fisher's carrying the foam on a roll torch nowadays.
Yeah, she does. I like to sing it every now and again, I have to say.
Yeah, it goes through my head. Now, the time it sort of pops in my head now, particularly over the weekend when I was here as well, is soft craft shows. Zips on a roll sticks in my head a lot more now for whatever reason.
Oh, I've never heard the zips on a roll rendition.
It's great. It goes like this. It goes. Zips on a roll, zips on a roll, zips on a roll. Hey, like that.
Oh, so
it's quite different.
Yeah.
As you can hear.
Yeah. It's got its own twang, hasn't it? Right. Let's have a
its
little
own
look.
twang.
So this was my vision with this one. I hope it works, guys. Right. So I thought if I could do this and put this along the bottom here.
Oh yeah.
We've got a self-contained little bit that we can keep sparkling.
Okay.
Right? Oh, yes, and you can't even see the foam, which is what I was hoping.
Perfect.
I was hoping the foam wouldn't be very obvious. Now, did you notice what I had to do? I was having to clean up as I was going. I was having to give the acetate a bit of a rub because it had got greasy.
I see.
Right, so that's what I was doing. So here we go now. I'm going to put my sparkle, and I'm going to put an immense amount of sparkle into the middle.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a shaker card, but kind of not, because we don't want to shake it. I just want it to be all over everywhere. Right? So I'm going to stick that right down, right to the top of there. I think I've got plenty.
Oh, so you filled it so it won't shake?
So yeah, it'll shake a little bit,
but not.
But I want it to be really intensive with loads and loads of the sparkle. All right. So because of that, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to peel the backing. Oh, I never did find that pokey tool, did I not? No.
Hey, I'm going to get. Let me get. Come here. Where? Oh, I've lost my pokey tools now.
Oh, I tell you what's like the blind leading the blind on this show.
How ridiculous! Oh no, I haven't. Here they are. Here they are. I'll get you a fresh one. Look. Here you go.
Right.
Come on, can't see you struggle, can we?
He's good. I mean, thank you.
I need that one back, 'cause I need it for launch party.
All right. So I'm going to peel the backing off around here as well, right? So I'm being very, very careful, which is not a word that's usually in my vocabulary, right? And then this is going to go on the back of here. Oh, my word, the pressure Ben. I need to get this straight, lined right up. And we know I'm not going to do it perfect first.
Of course you are. We've all got faith, haven't we, everybody?
Yeah, but I'm sticking that round there and sticking the flat piece. So I've got a straight matting layer. What I should have done is had my bit of card a little bit bigger. So it's a little bit skew with me, but it's not a million miles off. And look, but look at the cake, it worked.
That's brilliant.
I've got the shaker just inside the cake.
Fountain.
Right, I want it perfect, so I'm just inside the fountain, sorry. I'm going to trim this to be a little, do you know, I'm going to trim it right to the edge so it doesn't have a matting layer around it, so it looks even better. Right, okay, I'm good to go now, but I'm feeling like
pressure
the
off now.
Yes, the pressure's off a little bit now. This is what you need to do with the fountain, guys.
Yeah.
You need to do a shakery bit inside your fountain.
Well, it looks like the water, doesn't it, falling down the fountain. It gives that real effect of the water flowing off each level of the fountain. It's incredible, that. Everyone needs to try that effect because it's brilliant.
There we go. So that is going to go, I've just got a nice card, 12 by 12 paper, folks. Not being funny. You need the 12 by 12 paper. Look how good that looks. Yeah, and I'm going to mount that up on the front and I'm going to put the whole card together.
You will get to vote in a minute. Jen just says, Ben is confusing us. We are trained to vote when we hear the word vote. Don't vote until I tell you to vote. Sara says, Crafty Angie, we've got some people watching on catch up. I tuned in late, but I love the sparkle that you made on her dress. This one here, on that. Oh, you can't see it, I'm in the box. It truly looks like she is going to the ball. I also thank you for demonstrating the use of the sparkle embellishment. Yes, I must pass that on, Sarah. I've had a lot of thank yous for people saying...
Oh, well, let's put a bit more on this one.
Oh, here we go. This is how you use it. Let's have a little bit. There's the sparkle that Angie was talking about. Look at that. Sorry,
oh,
just realising again how sparkly that dress was.
Yes.
Sarah's cutting the sparkly embellishment that you want to see. Here it is.
Right.
So this is the all that glitters, isn't it?
Yeah, the trick, guys, is just use little bits. Don't try and use the whole one. It's too much, right? You just want little bits. And then can you see I've knocked one of them off like that. So all you're going to do is you're going to take it off and you're going to go and put it back where it belongs.
Yes.
There you go. They're like on little strips.
Yeah.
Right there.
And I'm guessing with like the clear ones, you could add colour to them too, could you?
Oh yes, you can colour them with all your Spectrum Noir pens.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot you could do that with gems, and I always used to demonstrate that for people, and we forget to mention that nowadays.
I know, there's so much to remember though, Sarah, isn't there?
There is so much to remember, guys. There really is. Right, here we go, down and round.
Deborah just saying she loves the little mini shimmer ink pad. She said, I'd love to see more minis popping up in future collections. Keep the requests coming in, guys. They're always noted. Bonnie Fannenstiel says, Sarah, welcome to my club. Nothing is ever straight, even if I use a ruler. And Nikon just saying what I was alluding to, that she says it looks like, with the glitter inside the fountain, it looks like the water is flowing down the silhouette of the fountain with the bright moon lit behind it. It does give that effect. It's a very, very clever concept, but as you've seen, hopefully, nice and easy for everyone to achieve.
Right, I'm going to pop her on the front.
Yep.
Notice I'm just using my Collal 3D glue gel straight from the tube, guys. That is absolutely fine to do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to always put it into the syringe. I mean, you will use more of it this way.
Yeah.
But still. So I've got on there, you are. And then I've got the word magical ready to go on the bottom here.
You are.
So you are.
Magical. A fountain of information. That's me.
Well, thank you. So, right. You are magical. And a nice little bow that we're going to put on the corner. Woo! I tell you what. I feel like I haven't done as many cards today, but my word, I feel like I've crafted up a storm.
You've done 4
I am
stunners.
thrilled with that fallen water in there. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely chuffed with that.
Look at the princess, the way she's like sort of holding it. She looks like she's chuffed with your card as well. The way she's looking at it, going, "Oh my goodness, that fountain's amazing."
That's worked out really well. That.
It has.
Yes.
I'm taking back what I said, say that there's a definite winner there for the demo of the show. I think that one's a contender. We'll get that vote going now, shall we? So put all of these across here. Wait, you put that one in the end.
Nailed it with the cards today.
You have, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the final recap, or do you want to do that?
You do it. You do it, Ben.
Sarah's gone for a lie down. This is going to be tough, right? We got less than 10 minutes to go here. Jen saying, these are all so gorgeous. Pamela Ritchie just saying, hi Sarah, hi Ben. I love the sparkles, the gems, and the new glimmer ink pads. I've been trying to put tiny, tiny bits of sparkle on men's cards, like in the sky or something. Lol. Well, you've got the ability to be able to add so much sparkle with this collection. But let's get the vote going. You'll have about 3 or 4 minutes. So this is number 1. And can we just appreciate, I feel like this is even more sparklier than it was earlier when we showed you. Look at the detail of the sparkle on her dress. That is gorgeous. Again, using so many of the different elements there, the Once Upon a Time dye, the flower dyes, and then the beautiful papers as well from this collection. That is number 1. Number 2 is the beautiful bag that Sarah created with that embossing folder, using some of those shimmer inks to... You coming over?
I am coming to get the stuff because now I didn't think I'd get tidied up in time, but
okay.
I have done.
I think you've got it all. That's fine. I thought it'd be nice if you give your final spiel on it.
I realised you were teeing me up for that, and then I didn't buy because I was so stressed about how much mess I'd made for Tracy.
No, that's fine. So that's number 2, the beautiful bag. Again, just to show you the reverse there so you can appreciate the whole effect. Again, you can go back if you've just joined us to watch the full demo on that, where Sarah did make the bag as well. Number 3, this has got to be a front runner, surely. This amazing box card, beautifully decorated on the outside with so many elements from the collection. Open it up. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is number 3. And then last but certainly not least is the one that you've just seen demoed. Even the princess is shocked and amazed at how beautiful that fountain is. That is number 4. So let me just put number 1 in again. So number 1 is there. 2, 3, 4. You've got 3 minutes to get your vote in. Whilst you're voting, can I just say that you are now at 80% of that showstopper gone. And let's just, before we kind of wrap things up, get Sarah to get her final thoughts on this collection and just to kind of take you through everything you need to know if you have got stuff still in your basket. So take us through it all, Sarah, and give us your final thoughts.
Yeah, so the first thing I want to do is say do not panic, because when that showstopper goes, that's not everything, but that is our, essentially what we would normally term the mega bundle. Yeah. So at the moment, actually, I was going to say everything's in stock. It's not. So one of the items this morning was selling so fast on its own, and I think it might... Was it the Tinkerbell? Which one was it? Was it the Make-A-Wish?
It was the stamp. It was the sentiment set.
It was the sentiment set. You cannot pick it, right? So this one here, Every Day's a Fairy Tale, we had to disable that, otherwise it would have sold out the showstopper. and the mega bundle. So that the only way you can get the fairy tale one now is in the showstopper or in the mega bundle, right? What you will find is that will start to happen by tonight. There'll be 2, 3, 4 of the items. They'll sell out individually. So what we're doing is we're preserving it so that we can still sell, so people aren't stopped from selling the show, well, being able to buy the showstopper, because we want the shows. Having said that, you were at what, 80% of the showstopper?
Yes.
So actually, the showstopper's probably not going to last the rest of today.
No.
Might not even make it to Craig's show to tonight,
Hope it
and
does.
then you're going to have to be buying the smaller bundles, right?
Yeah.
So what you've got in the showstopper is all these individual pieces. So you've got that lovely individual little fairy stamp, and then all of these little bits of the stamps, Ben, can come behind her. You can be doing them with your ink pads. You can be mixed mediaing these up, so you can be stamping all of those. This one is my favourite one to work with. You saw that gorgeous card I did where I'd coloured her with the ink pads, but then you can add a bit of sparkle behind. You're going to be using these lovely little, like the little pumpkin, I call it a pumpkin, but it's a pumpkin that turns into a carriage die, isn't it? You saw me use this on a lot of the cards, the You Are Magical and the Once Upon a Time. They're just the ones that finish it off. Now the little flowers are going to add embellishments onto anything. Cut them in card or do them in foam if you like. This is one of those showstopper pieces, like you've just seen us use, the water fountain that you can get the beautiful design behind. We haven't had a chance to look at this one. Maybe Craig will get a chance to do something with this tonight, using that lovely fairy tale archway. And this is a gorgeous die. You can either wrap it round the edges or it can work well on its own. I used her on the last one, so you've got the stamp and the die sets to match for the little castle and the little princess herself. There's another one, here it is. The little couple, I love that. That, to me, just sums up a fairy tale.
Absolutely.
All hand-drawn by our illustrators, these guys. Then you've got 2 embossing folders, which you've seen me emboss and colour onto, which look wonderful. And then the key things, so for me, it's these little mini ink pads, and you get the set of 4 of the mini ink pads, and that is the colours that you're going to get. But it's one thing to see them on there. I think when you see them painted with, there's all 4 of those colours painted onto the front of there. That's how we're going to use it. You're going to use them to colour in sections. So I use all of them when we coloured in that gorgeous fountain.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you can use all of those together individually or in conjunction with each other, right? And the more water you add, so this one's been watercoloured more, so the more water you add, the paler they get and the more washed out, but you still don't lose that lovely shimmer and sparkle, right? Then in this section, you also get the 6x6 paper pad, but what I would say is you only get one of them. It's 36 sheets, so it's 3 of each sheet that you're working with, right? I would say this is worth getting an extra one or an extra couple of, because this helps you to tell the story. So you can see we've got all the same elements that you see all the way through, helps you to tell that story in that small format. So if you're doing card making, that's your beautiful base card ready to work from, okay? Now, that's everything that's coming in your smaller bundle, right, which we ironically call in the mega bundle. What it doesn't have in the mega bundle are the papers. Now, I'll pop the details for the papers on the bottom of the screen. In the papers, you get the 24 of the linen effect cardstock, which come in the 6 colours that beautifully match all. So it matches the ink pads. So you see you've got the colours of the ink pads in those colours in there as well. So perfect tone. If I get the ink pads in, you can see there how those ink pads are going to match beautifully. The raspberry colour on the ink pad, this one here, how it matches perfectly, how this matches just all works beautifully well together. So the ink pads are going to tie in perfectly with that. But also, they match with the 12x12 pad. So for me, this is what looks really spectacular. It's when you get the designs in the bigger size. So if you know that you love our papers and you love to work with them, if you go for an extra paper pad collection, you're basically saving an extra £5 or $5 on what it would be to get the 2 of them together. And a lot of people who've been going for a showstopper have gone for an extra set of the paper pads, okay? So it gets you the 1 of each of the 12x12 and the linen effect card. Then what we have extra is an embellishment collection. And in the embellishment collection, you're going to get that lovely bit. Now, look how much of that glitter I've used just in that one. Because I was filling in the whole of the fountain, I've used loads of it. If you're going to use a lot of it, guys, it's worth getting an extra embellishment. This is the crystal glitter on its own. This is it on top of the 4 colours of your ink pad, and it's iridescent, so it's going to pick up the colour behind. You get another pot of the glitter. You also get a set of those gorgeous sparkles. So there's the 5 sparkles that come in the set. And then you also get the pack of ribbons, right? So you're going to get all 3 of those. Now that's only, I think they were £12, $16 for platinum members. I would recommend getting an extra set of the embellishments as well. Your showstopper's got one of everything and 250 bonus points.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, Ben spun the wheel and everybody gets a free gift today.
Yes.
And we're going to ship that showstopper to you for free wherever you're watching from.
Yes.
So it's pretty awesome anyway, right? But if you get it while you're on doing an order and you've got your postage paid for, I think it wouldn't hurt to get either some extra embellishments or some extra papers.
Absolutely right. And make sure you do. Don't wait around until launch party. More people will be shopping in the next 2 hours. And like we said at the showstopper, 80% has now gone. Demo of the show. Now we can remove those 2. It's down to these 2. The winner, that one. It's got to be the box card.
Of course, it's got to be.
That is a strong contender for Demo of the Week. Well, Demo of the Day. There's me crowning it Demo of the Day already. Strong contender for Demo of the Day. Sorry, Craig. And of course, if it does win, Demo of the Week. Sarah, thank you so much for an incredible show. It's lovely, so lovely to see you getting super excited about the collection and getting crafting with it. When are you back?
Well, I'll be back tomorrow for an HSN preview show.
Yes.
Tomorrow night for all of our US viewers, preview of what's coming up on Tuesday next week.
Yep.
Tonight, I'm going to be on Hobby Maker at 6 o'clock. So you can watch me live on Hobby Maker if you're watching here in the UK. What about Thursday?
Oh, we've got Cartload.
We've got Cartload Thursday night as well. There's an awful lot going on this week, isn't there, Ben?
There is an awful lot. Best thing to do, check out the website. You'll see lots of information on there as regards to our spring sale, of course, National Craft Month and all of the great shows. And of course, Totally Tiffany's 20th birthday as well. That's all on there. Listen, make sure you get your carts and baskets checked out. I will see you back here in 2 hours with Craigie Boy. We have got, hopefully, more demos to come with this. We've also got those amazing gift bag pads. How have they snuck past my radar? I've not seen those yet. And I've got all these in you. It's like, oh, we launched them. All right. Someone just, Nicola just saying it's probably one of those weeks you were away. The gift bag pads on the show. We've got mindfulness quotes, creator card dies, and an amazing out of this world deal. That is all coming up. Thank you for watching. So glad that you've loved this collection. Get it checked out, and we'll see you back here for launch party in about 2 hours' time. Ta-ra.